Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. How are you today? Um, Kit Kat, welcome on in. Congrats on. Thank you for collecting your daily void shard. I hope you're doing well today. Oh, there we are. Now my thing works. And oh, you were last playing Dead by Daylight. How did that go? But everybody, I hope you're all doing well today. As you can tell from the title, we are gonna be playing more Star Rail because we still have more of the story to play through. And also, we're not voting for Husbando of the Week today because there was a tie last week. So the Husbando of the Week for this week is Jason Rich from Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. And let me make sure that the wife of the week is properly updated. Yep, there she is. It's Chakona from Wuthering Waves. So we will be back to voting for waifu and husband of the week next week, of course. But yeah, how's everybody doing today? Let's see, save that. And just real quick, everybody, I'm checking YouTube to see if there's a new daily dose of internet or anything. Okay, there hasn't been a new one yet. That's okay though. It's like at this point, it might as well be every other. It might as well be every other day dose of internet. But I guess that doesn't roll off the tongue very well. Oh, real quick, everybody, I need to use the restroom. And it'll be just a minute, though. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. So because I have no idea how long this story is gonna go for, uh, uh-oh, did I mess up? Hang on a second. I need to go back so that I can get the volume back up. I messed up. Okay. There.
For a while longer.
There we go. And oh yeah, he should told me that she was using my he should told me that she was using my Casterus a lot. Which, hey, as long, that's what I put it there for, as long as it helps somebody. But anyway, let's go back to what Phainon was doing. And again, I don't know how long this is gonna go for everybody, but if we finish early, we'll probably do like, I don't know, Divergent Universe or something.
Light up the door.
Dude, I love his technique. It's like Acheron's technique on steroids. Oh, shoot. She started talking. Oh well. Also, does anybody know where to turn this in? Hang on a second. Disorder Ambrosia. Oh, Disorder Ambrosia. Wow. Let's see, hang on. Let's see, what does it entail? Let's see. Okay, I guess so. I'm guessing it's after the story, but I have like 960 of these. I don't know where to turn these in.
Nice moves.
Light up the dark.
We just washed it away, and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dark. Light up the dark.
Gosh. You use that in the Vortex of Genitus? Oh, Tim wrote all over on the YouTube side. Thank you for that. Also, hi, how are you?
The waters end here.
do
The one
we
you
only
seek is beyond this point.
Are we only able to use that? Are we only able to use the Disorder Ambrosia after the 3.4 story though? Because right now I'm not seeing any option to use that the Vortex at the moment.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Yeah, let's see, I really want to pull for her. And I said this last stream, but I love how, like, I guess the top part of her dress or her corset or whatever, the top part looks very much like a rib cage.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
But hey, everybody who is playing this game, are you gonna be pulling for Phainon? Or are you pulling for Treeby, Sparkle, or Sunday? And are you gonna be pulling during the Fate collab? Finished the story already, was really good. Kind of impressed how they improved the storytelling. Okay, that's good to hear. Because as much as I enjoyed the story, I've heard a fair amount of complaints about it as well.
This was my job.
And without going into spoilers, how long am I into this? How far am I into the story? Like, I'm not sure if I'm at the halfway point or what.
Duck's Goldweaver. Little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
And Tim, who are you pulling? If you haven't pulled already.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her.
Let's see, it's not long for real, like 4 to 6 hours at max. Okay, I was on this for like 3 hours yesterday, so...
The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals.
And are those scales on her face?
Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap.
I say for Archer, but after the 3.4 ending, I spent all funds for Phainon. That's fair. I got Phainon by accident on a 50-50 like early in the banner, but that's okay, because I hear he's really good. A friend of mine in Germany actually had actually been saving for Phainon since the end of Pentaconi. And she had enough Stellar Jade saved up. She had enough Stellar Jade saved up to E6 Phainon easily.
I had no intention.
Well, I say
of
easily,
fleeing.
but she won most of her 50-50s.
So remember this, Lady Hysealans. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceras hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
But yeah, I definitely want to pull for Hysealians and Saridra.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
Oh my goodness, where have I heard this one before?
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world.
And out of curiosity, anybody new in chat, or even anybody who's been here for a while, if you play Star Rail, who's your favorite character? And who do you main? Because those two don't always go hand in hand.
So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
Like for example, in Genshin, my favorite characters are Yelan and Yaimiko, but I main Arlecchino and Mawika. Speak of Triby's prophecy.
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treby?
How?
How is this possible?
I love the Venturine because his voice actor nailed his 2.1 quest so hard, but he got dethroned by Phainon now. That's totally fair.
He got it right?
Like they was basically this game's version of Kevin Caslana so much justice. Oh, and before I forget, let me pin this message. Like, I keep forgetting to, Also, I forgot to post that I'm live to my stories. Let me fix that real quick. Sorry, everybody. I'll make this quick.
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
Surprise!
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Tribi. The Phainon of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you.
There we go.
But do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same.
There we go. I just gotta post my story on Twitch as well. And bam! I've updated all my socials. Yeah, I got kind of sidetracked, so I didn't post to all of my stories. Well, better late than never, right?
And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the Coreflames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphoreus encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clear. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history.
Oh, and Tim, if you're still there in chat, it's kind of a relief hearing the length of the Trailblaze quest as of now, because before, as much as I liked the story, it did run kind of long.
Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
Oh yeah, it was too long, sometimes about up to 10 hours. Yeah. And then I always preach about don't skip dialogue if you don't want to misunderstand the story. But and for me to say it is saying something, but there was a lot of dialogue in previous patches that was just unnecessary.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the Coreflames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphoreus. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies.
Oh, and as a reminder, everybody, I am live on both the purple streaming app and the red video app. And I am trying to expand my social media presence. So if you want to, feel free to say hi on either platform.
Why didn't you shed even a single tear?
Oh yeah, Phainon's voice acting is really good.
Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant
Yeah, like
footnotes?
YouTube here because I have premium. On Twitch, there are sometimes so much ads. Yeah, which is unfortunate. I mean, like Twitch has their own version, which is like Twitch Turbo, but obviously not everybody could afford multiple subscription services at once, so I can't blame them for not tacking on another one.
Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 Coreflames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent.
Yeah, I need to find a way to like have commands go off on YouTube so that it like shows my socials and such. But I guess for the time being, if anybody is over on YouTube and wants to find more of my content, here's all my socials. I have Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok, and my VR chat's on there too. I used to have Twitter, but not anymore because I deleted it last year for my own mental health. Like literally anytime I went onto Twitter, it's just a cesspool of drama, bad news, and AI.
I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive. After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again.
Oh, and just real quick, everybody, and I'm addressing both anybody on Twitch and over on the YouTube side. I'm gonna be doing a 24-hour stream tomorrow, but it's only gonna be on the Twitch side because YouTube for some reason does not like the longer streams. But I will probably be posting the VOD once we're done on the Twitch side.
After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Eternal Currents number 1. Subject Castellana persuaded the Toll Crisis series to recover all Toll Coreflames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have the substantive impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysoseirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded to the buffer. Subject Castellana regressed the exploration process, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. Admin notes the first devastating failure. There's so many. It's total recurrence number 134. Still over 33 million left. Wait, can you imagine living through a scenario 33,500,000 times? I mean, honestly, you'd probably lose count after the first 50 or so.
Absolute nonsense.
Excuse me.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No, it's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky, and everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The Coreflames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble Titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Light up the dawn.
No fighting for you today.
Light up
Nope.
the dawn.
Yeah, this is gonna make Divergent Universe run so much quicker.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You're already much luckier than the other students. Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's
Cypher.
watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
I cannot stress this enough. I love Cypher's voice.
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Coreflame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threats?
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue.
Bartholos again.
Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, feast on Cersei's Coreflame right here. Aw, don't cry now!
That was close. I'm out of here.
As if we're just gonna let you get away.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Oops. Yeah, perform Orynyx's miracle. Oh yeah.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zacharias. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the Coreflame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Amphoreus has ever known.
Pushing all the wrong buttons here, pal.
No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 Coreflames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of Coreflames I carry is
1,596.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
1,000 Coreflames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
Is he gonna have that much more once he's been through all 33 million cycles, assuming he does get that far?
Someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
You...
This is the final warning.
He is not playing around.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Bartolos!
Brat, if you got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
Okay, looks like we're fighting him.
No other choice but forward. The future will come. Fine. Quench the flames with blood. Is that all? For agony!
Woo!
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason Coreflame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 Coreflames.
Sorry, everybody. I'm responding to someone in Discord real quick.
And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning. Yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery Coreflame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Hi, Christiana. How are you?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has
Hi, I'm
been
good. Busy working. How are
fantasizing
you?
of
I'm
becoming
doing pretty
this
good.
world's deliverer.
Just playing some Star Rail, and I get to stay up late today because I don't got to go to work tomorrow.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the Coreflame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes.
I work from home. I finish my
Even
stuff
if it
when I
is
finish.
futile,
I hear
and
that.
the world is just a divine joke.
I mean, I hope pretty soon you'll be able to take the time to relax a bit.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear.
Same, quite a bit to do, so just looking for a while. I definitely understand that, Christiana. Hang on, let me give you there you go. Also, while I'm in chat, I haven't checked my levels in a while. I am 46% say so. 48% down bad.
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Eternal Recurrence number 134. Subject Kaslana's 103rd attempt to breach Scepter Core's lair has failed. Decision wait for avoid sacrifices of past companions approaching .00018. Lower synchronicity risk detected. Life cycle of the 12 processors terminated sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. 5,297. Subject Kaslana's 5,266 attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. So they're trying now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence number 42. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. Administrator directive received. No more problems about the risk of mind function damage. 12,000, 23,000, 46,000, 71,000, 79,000, 905,000, 108,000. He's been at this for a while. Yeah, can you imagine living through events 33 million times? I couldn't imagine. The 108,642nd.
You don't look so good. Deliver.
Mighty.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty. Your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah. I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot, and the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
Yo, Kaslana needs a hug.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this Coreflame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Are these echoes of the past fights? Okay, everybody, we'll continue this in a bit, but we do have an ad break coming up, so I'm going to step away for a few minutes and stretch and let these ads run, and then when we come back, we will continue the story. Hi everybody, welcome back to the ads. And again, for those who are not on the Twitch side, I am so sorry. But over on the Twitch side, I have to play 3 minutes of ads for every hour of stream, so that anybody new coming in doesn't get hit by pre-rolls right away. But let's continue. Time to fight.
Behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death. It's time to temper myself for tomorrow! I can't let them down. Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish. Full glory, I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted. Her agony! I'll never yield to fate. So without substance. Quench the flames with blood. Branded with strife. One now. If you can deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh.
His voice acting is so good.
Her agony! And Bonita. Feel the scorching heat shatter the cage. All stars burn to ash. I'll never yield to fate. Quench the flames with blood. Doja! Chaos! Branded with strife. Empty shell. Quench the flames with blood. Is that all? Her agony! Quench the flames with blood. Is that all? Branded with strife. Is that all? Hail the new dawn!
Mightymoose. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn.
Man.
Well fought.
life, I shall once again block your path. Deliverer, I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still
Christiana.
not enough. It had to be fed, even if it meant burning this body to ash.
$31 million left to go. Oh boy. I'm still recovering from all this yesterday. Yeah, it's so much at once. The 2 millionth 432nd eternal recurrence.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek
Phainon to the grief of 3.4. Thanks, heartwarming story, right? It's like they know how to take us from a high to once again getting in our feels.
Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
He's carrying that many. Jeez.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden. As long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Phainon I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
Are we just gonna end up fighting all of our friends?
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kethely cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past.
Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths.
Yep, looks like we're fighting Amphoreus as well.
At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper myself. The future will come. I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here!
Allow me to refuse. I must transform my soul into a raging fire. Must burn that idol of destruction to the ground.
Don't let time burn away in vain. Sun tear the sky!
All of this. How is it any different from that brutal future?
Branded with strife! The other night! Feel the scorching heat, quench the flames with blood! Is that all? Her agony! Shatter the cage!
Can't keep him here.
Is that all? Branded with strife! I'll never yield to fate. The other night! All stars burned to ash!
Gonna lurk, I
Feel
love
the
you. Love you
scorching
too, Maddie.
hatred.
Hang on, before you lurk though, let me give you a shouty. I hope you're doing well.
Quench the flames with blood! Is that all? Her agony! Shatter the cage!
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles.
Wake up, lost one.
See. Hey, Red Rabbit.
See
What's looking good looking conquered from YouTube? Oh, hey, welcome on in over from YouTube.
is
Oh, I hope you're doing well. Hey, thank you for the subscription the other day.
My core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly.
Well,
What
welcome
a
on in, Red Rabbit. I
brilliant
hope you're
flame.
doing well today. And also welcome on in on the Twitch side. Oh yeah, I am trying to expand my social media status, but this is where I do most of my stuff on Twitch.
It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate the dawn of Amphoreus that's to come.
See, although I did recently start posting more on, on TikTok and my Instagram. Your YouTube doesn't have your Twitch tag? Oh, really? Hang on a second. Let me fix that real quick. Oh yeah, I thought I put my Twitch page there. That's my mistake. See, you cute. Thank you. But I'm guessing do you like Star Rail, Red Rabbit? And if you do, who's your favorite character? Okay, I'll have to have my other links later, but at the very least, now my Twitch page is on there. Let's see, Sunday, my beloved. Ah. Let's see. Did you try to pull for him this patch?
Two 2,3,432 cycles.
I sadly cannot pull for him right now. That's fair. I have him E3S1. Dang, that's actually pretty good. And can I also just say I'm glad that my beloved I can't talk right now. That my beloved Jingliu got a rework. I'm saving for Saber and her light cone, then pulling for Sparkle. I'm debating on pulling for Saber. I definitely know for sure I want Hecilians and Saridra.
24,041,184 Coreflames.
See, and I want the characters in the next patch. Oh yeah. Like, I like them design-wise. I don't know what their kits are going to be like yet, but I like their design. I'm a simple dragon. I see pretty waifu, I pull.
As if even the deepest abyss of primordial
You care about leaks?
could be burned away.
Let's not talk. Let's see. Just to be safe, I don't talk about leaks on stream. Like, unless you're referring to the vegetable. Okay. Well, in any case, though, thank you for understanding. I just don't want to get in trouble. Plus, leaks tend to subvert people's expectations, and I'd rather not do that. I was asked beforehand. Yeah, like if you want to DM me, then I'll gladly look there. But I just don't want to discuss it in a public space like this, you know. The 4 millionth. Oh my goodness.
You're here, as always. You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away. Because you haven't completely abandoned hope, am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle, for the true hero to come and save us. If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the...
Oops.
If it's just a traveler with
Okay,
no
I accidentally
connection
clicked
to
again, so I had to
Amphoreus.
make sure I didn't miss anything important.
They may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight. Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy. 4 million. Exactly. Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever. Yes. When I first forged the 12 Coreflames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, This fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Phainon to the end of the world. And then...
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Then he'll kill me. Shatter this body.
Excuse me.
Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
And oh yeah, there's my Discord if you want to. There's my Discord if you want to join. We show our love of games there. We also love memes and all sorts of nerdy stuff. Not just video games and anime, but also things like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. And also it's there that you can participate in any polls that I plan on doing for stream or media reacts. Yeah, feel free to hop into the Void Legion.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Phainon. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been an exception.
$9 million left to go. He's been at this for a while. The 570,000.
I can do this, Lord Phainon. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard. I will heal you, and then...
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
No, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Hyacinthia. I swear
the raging fire.
your deaths won't be in vain.
Drive back the shadows.
Just as they have never been.
Let the sun rise.
Finish the sun's work.
Lead us.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world-bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's
I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker, compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me. Over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you. Lana. So that's how it is.
Sorry, everybody. I'm just responding to somebody.
Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation. You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. Then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphoreus, a rosy-fingered dog.
Oh, what are we fighting this time?
Oh,
it's this guy.
Its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
No matter. Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
Is that all? I'll never hit the fate. Quench the flames of blood. Hear the sky! Her agony!
Hurts. The fire. Burning.
Quench Quench the flames of blood. Lost in twilight. Rended with strife. Hail the new dawn.
Zen! How you doing, Zen? So how's the trauma? It's hitting. It's definitely hitting. Also, let me give a shout out to Zen. How you doing, Zen? Everybody, please go show Zen some love. Zen is a VTuber who owns his own cafe, and he plays a lot of fighting games, action games, RPGs, and
Don't let time burn away
I mean,
in vain.
nothing of the sort. How you doing, Zen?
The other night.
Also, welcome to hell.
Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering.
This part hurts, like on an emotional level. So I agree.
Await the end. Her agony. Quench the flames of blood. Rended with strife. Tear the sky.
On a financial level, because that was sent to me to get Phainon. I got him by sheer luck.
Farewell.
Oh, right. It's actually these you want, right? It'll be fun, they said.
Yes.
Everything will be fine, they said.
Your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash.
Yeah! Oh. Oh, sorry, Zen. Was it actually these?
But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
HSR devs are the biggest liars I've ever seen. Yeah, you can say that again. Yamano! Oh! My bad. It's actually these that you want. I remember now.
The Coreflame rose.
Hi, Vexus.
The
Mem.
sky
Mem.
23,570,000th cycle came to an end.
I was only aiming for Phainon to wish this patch. The Light Cone and Quantum Harmony duo were the bonus. Oh, right. Got my break. Almost went on a nap. I honestly don't blame you.
And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next.
I love how even the most lighthearted looking gacha games can just have such traumatizing and dark backstories.
For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe. That being known as Iron Tomb, its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphoreus' wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 Coreflames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly. until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Amphoreus.
He's sounding a little more rougher around the edges the more that he goes into it. One eternal occurrence left. So he's been through the previous 33,550,336 eternal recurrences. My God.
33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter.
Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same choice.
Poor Phainon. He sounds like he's getting so overwhelmed by this.
They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire.
Stop it!
Into the chaos of rebirth.
Zen, I was trying to comfort you because I saw the crying emoji. Here, will this be better?
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Yes. That's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the Coreflames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes.
Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too.
Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go.
Oh, you'll stop kicking my golden retriever. Yeah, the poor guy's been through enough.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person. You finally found her.
Friend.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't have an answer for that, my friend. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphoreus' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
Love you, Zen.
Never had a choice.
I understand.
Zen no
If you are to
Pizzuki.
keep
I'm
the
just
worst
kidding.
fate from unfolding, This is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable.
You better be kidding.
The
Oh,
shape
don't
of
worry.
dawn,
I'm kidding.
breaking through
Zen
the
no
eternal
badasity.
night.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Not cute as Zachary. Oh, Christiana, I love you.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, you
Oh,
and
Christiana, you better
Nagamon
protect your
stood before
toes,
the scales of justice.
Yep, Zen's already after them.
Locked in a duel. Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world?
Oh, hey Zen, I'm gonna send you a DM with an emote that I got my hands on. Just for Discord though. Like, I just happen to be following this streamer and they just happen to have this emote. Assuming I can find you. 1 second. Ah, there you are, all the way over there. Yeah, because for some reason I thought of you when I saw it. Is that, Christiana? Is that you hissing to protect your toes?
And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from
That's
me.
peak. I thought you would like that one. Man, why is everybody
What am
licking?
I am you. Even if
You know
you
what? I guess
me
I might as well
deep
join
and
in on
chose
this one,
another
then.
path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart. Do you still remember?
No. Put the knife away. There's no need for that. Dexus, put the knife away. There's no need for that. Oh, but wait, there's more where that came from.
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of Coreflames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
Okay, I'm just making sure we're good on time, which looks like we are. I will.
Good. In that case,
Even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers.
Excuse me.
So... if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
You can count on us. Let's both be the deliverer, Phainon.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun? Even if all of you burns to ash.
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember, and let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you, fuel you, until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Carefully will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame
what do you mean?
will not end.
It's fine now.
Do not bow your head.
That's just what I can do with you.
Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Kaslana, the name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment
Hi,
of the
Locust.
mythical
How are you?
Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes.
Hang on. Let me give a shout out to Locust real quick.
As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the
Because you asked me to do it
name
yesterday,
accompany you in
I'll
my
mind you now to
place,
pick up Spring
in the
2.
epic you
Oh
write
yeah,
with
for
your
sure.
own hands.
Just after this weekend, though.
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history.
Also, I'm doing
But I
good.
will
Just hoping
still
to
place the
popping in to say hi as I'm going to
before
VR chat
you.
with Ferg. Oh, are you gonna watch the movie?
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
The Boys Season 3. Let's go.
Perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these
Thanks for the shout out. Of course.
millions of futile endeavors, Amphoreus has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate
Lygus is Lygus.
with dignity?
Oh, Lygus sounds like Darth Maul?
Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Phainon. Shall I take that to
I mean, maybe the pitch of the
the
voice is
will you've
very
carried
similar.
across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories
hear
from
it? Yeah, I
30
can hear it.
million past lives.
I highly doubt it
And
is
I
the same
remember
guy,
every
though. But it does
conversation
sound very
before
similar.
every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric.
See, I could taste it. Vexus, how can you taste it?
You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score.
Actually, don't answer that. I don't wanna know.
550,336 to 0. So tell me, like Kyrgyz, who's the real loser here?
Ah, how unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Phainon.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, Who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness? You... Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because
tell him, Phainon.
You are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers. Divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will.
Hi, Andre.
But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop
Kevin?
fighting.
This story has gotten intense.
But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest, different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow,
Kevin Pro Slayer.
once again,
Yes.
no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall, ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the
Valid
fire
crashed out.
burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything! And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash!
Warning, warning, warning. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Kaslana has failed to load into a buffer zone. Memory dump irregularities detected illegal references, undeclared objects, underhandled methods, uncaught exceptions. Anomaly detected. Destruction energy not surging.
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, echo of desires, a world of silence, sound of desperation, phantoms in the shadow, softly
Oh, but wait, it's not done yet.
Craving our damn creation, breaking a chain of reaching for you.
Wait, Susan adds one more time.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes.
Yeah, Kevin, rip.
If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them on to tomorrow.
Oh, excuse me.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon. And
getting real urgent tomorrow. Boyo, stop.
You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphoreus, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called Phainon. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable. The nameless from beyond the sky. Also a pathstrider of destruction.
Yep, computer world.
Give thanks for her arrival, allowing Amphoreus to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, her existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
Okay, everybody, we'll continue the story in a bit, but unfortunately there's an ad break coming and I can't stop this one. So, and I gotta get up and stretch for a bit anyway. So everybody, please take this opportunity to stretch, get some food or drink, or anything you else you need to take care of yourself, and we'll be right back. There we go. Hello, just got home from running errands. Hey, welcome in, Shadow. How are you today? And yeah, again, I am so sorry about that, everybody. Honestly, if it was up to me, 69 void shards, let's go. Honestly, if it was up to me, I wouldn't play ads at all. But unfortunately, whether it's pre-roll or playing 3 minutes of ads or is playing a certain amount of ads every so often, Twitch unfortunately forces us to have ads. Let's see. I'm okay, just done eating. Oh, let's go. What'd you have for dinner? Also, praise the sub, my friend. Thank you for the shout out. Always makes my day when someone does that. Hey, no worries. Oh dear. I'll have to take a look at that later. Yeah, McDonald's. Nice. What do you usually get from there?
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up! You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important.
My main go-to is triple cheeseburgers. Just, oh, there you go.
That's right. At this very moment, my memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Regrets?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here, but looking back, I still feel lucky. After all, across 30 million Sirenes, I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Sirene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting. Saying all that, it can finally fade away in peace and become a part of you. Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together, all the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go, find the future Sirene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay?
Okay.
No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff, forever warm, forever gentle.
Now, let's turn to the next page.
Hi, Emotionally. Welcome on in.
A page that exists because of you.
ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Oh, I guess we're done. But it ended up, I love the story, but I hate that it ended on a cliffhanger. That's okay, though. I hate cliffhangers so much. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Let's see, we've been live for like 2.5 hours now. They hang us over the cliff on this one. Yeah, usually the main story is done by like 3.2 or 3.3. I mean, the story's gotten really good, but I want to see what happens next. Right surprise expression is just like what the memories recorded. Are you Sareen or Mem? Yep, you must be really perplexed, Karai. I wish I could give you answers, but I feel helpless about the current situation too. It's me, Karai. Don't you recognize me? Or did I really change that much? You're Mem. So it is impossible to restore memories completely? It's pretty unbelievable for me too. It's like I had a long, long dream. Sareen's memories and Mem's memories, they were all tangled together, but when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left. I can no longer remember those 30 million cycles. Luckily, I still remember my crisis here companions from this life. And you, Karai. Everyone sacrificed everything for this world. My heart is tied to their fates too. I want to start a new chapter as soon as possible. It's just that you complained to me before about a book called Versions that always stops at the most captivating parts. Perhaps this is how fate works, huh? Sometimes I get frustrated because of that, but looking at it another way, it's really important. I didn't press anything. 3, 2, 1.
Check it out! Doesn't this scarecrow look just
That's...
like you?
It's so derpy and cute.
Observing just to get it right.
Now, we've also planted the seeds of the Trailblaze in Ides Elysiae. Take it as the start of another journey. And when the time is ripe, let us return here and write the next passage of our story together. In case Cry feels up to it before we set off, you can come find me anytime. I'll be waiting for you here. I'm sad all over. Yeah, it's sad, but... Oh! Now I can turn in the Disorder Ambrosia.
This place is rich with the sweet scent of flowers. Can we stay here for... I'm so parched.
Okay, there we go.
The sea. The sea is right here. Pour me a cup. Ambrosia! Ambrosia!
Wow. Like, I'm speechless, everybody. The story was just so good. Hang on. I want to see what does Phainon's light cone do again? Base speed increases by 12. With dealing damage, ignores 18% of the target's defense. After the wearer uses ultimate, gains Blazing Sun, which is removed at the start of the turn. Oh, okay. Now the question is, should I go for Lycone or should I go for Sunday? Like, I've been skipping Sunday, but I've heard that but it seems Sunday's like pretty good for a lot, well, basically every DPS these days. And I know my pity's not that high. Yeah, my pity's basically at 0. Meanwhile, what's my pity at for the Lycone banner? 5. Well, only like 10. You know what, screw it. I'll put a couple pulls towards Sunday. It didn't distort. And one more. You know, hey, let's open up the book and see the new chapters. First, the Chessmaster Monarch. I'm guessing this is about Ceridra. Oh yeah, it is Ceridra.
Who would win? A young girl emerging from her sheath and showing her edge, or a tyrant who has emerged victorious from 100 battles. The Black and White Legion squared off on the battlefield. Golden and crimson blood converging into a coursing river.
The leader herself actually dares to step forth and face peril?
The tyrant charged toward the exposed gap in the king's flank, and instantly fell into a trap of raging flames and iron rain.
On the board, the king too is but a chess piece. If the king does not lead, how would any dare to follow?
She lifted the king of the crystal pieces high, as though proclaiming the ascension of a new king. Who would win? The holy city
honestly
that
probably gonna do the
stood
rest of
for
these
a
off stream
thousand
because
years?
this is gonna take a while,
Or the
and I don't want
foreign
to bore you all.
city-states invading from 1,000 miles away? Hollow hatred ignited the flames of war. The besieged walls of Dawn tottered.
Only a miracle can save us now.
The cowardly elders barred themselves behind closed doors, while the trembling citizenry knelt and prayed.
There is no need to panic. The miracle is already here.
Under the banners dancing like waves, the burning crown shone bright as the wheeling constellations. Who would win?
Yeah, the story
The
was so
general
good,
who saved the city,
and you could
or
feel
the high and mighty
Phaimon's
with their
emotions
privileged authority?
as he was continually going through these endless cycles. They did so good with this part of the story.
The guillotine fell, severing the elder's life. The whispers dissipated, and the scales of victory tipped.
From this day forth, I shall bring justice to the holy city.
The people cried out her name and knelt in reverence, but were stopped by the sound of the scepter of authority striking the ground.
Do not lower your heads beneath my crown.
This was the first, and also the only Imperator. Who would win? The heroes bursting with ambition, or the omnipotent gods.
The Imperator issued the decree! The start of the flame chase journey is at hand!
Perhaps drawn by the grand design to welcome the Era Nova, or perhaps convinced by that king's great renown, righteous warriors from across the land gathered before the Imperator's throne. On the day the journey began, the sky was an expanse of fluttering banners. The people gazed upon the overwhelming military alliance, a golden city reflected in their eyes. As for the end of that chess game, the scholars debate endlessly, but such discussions always end with a sigh. The invincible Imperator faded at the pinnacle of power. The crown's flames extinguished in the lake. The banner, once revered by the people, along with the broken spears of the heroes, now a tomb. The people said,
"Even the sovereign that conquers all before her is no match for fate."
Yet she said,
"In a war with fate, has there ever been any justice?"
Well, I think this is a good stopping point, everybody. But everybody, thank you all so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you all being here. Hang on, let me just get over here. Everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and end right here because I need to rest up. I'm gonna go because I need to go ahead and rest up. Because tomorrow I have a pretty big day. I have plans with family in the first half of the day, and then at 5 p.m. EST, everybody, is going to be my next stream, and I'm doing a 24-hour stream to celebrate hitting 2K followers on Twitch, which would not have been possible without all of you. So thank you all so much for helping me get to this point. But everybody, please don't go anywhere yet, because we're gonna go ahead and raid somebody. I just don't know who yet. I'll try to hang around as long as I can for that 24 hours, though I don't know if I can stay for the whole time. Nor would I expect you to, Shadow. I appreciate help in anywhere you can, but please don't feel pressured to stay the whole time or anything. Again, this is always the hardest part about ending stream. Figuring out who you want to raid into. See, if you want, I do know someone who is on. You can go ahead and give me the name, Shadow, but I'm thinking of rating someone who's playing Honkai Star Rail. Oh yeah, Brookyon? Yeah, I know Brook. I remember Brookyon. I want to rate it to someone who's playing Star Rail though. I appreciate you though. See, of course I get it. Want to rate it to someone playing the same game? Yeah, sometimes I tend to rate someone who's playing the same game as I am, and also when I can help it, I try to rate someone who I've never rated before, and also I try to rate it to someone who's part of the Purgatory stream team. But let's go ahead. Why don't we send a raid over to Urusai, who's currently playing Star Rail? Let's get ready to send a love over, everybody. Copy paste the messages, everybody. Copy paste the first message if you're subbed. The second one if you are not. Again, everybody, I will see you all tomorrow night at 5 p.m. EST. And we're gonna be doing our 24-hour stream to celebrate hitting 2K followers. We need a Praise the Sun raid message. Maybe I'll come up with that one when I start doing Souls content again. But everybody, please go show Urusai the same love you show me. And I'll see all of you tomorrow night. And again, thank you all so much for helping me get to the point where I am now. 2K followers. That is insane. I remember having almost no followers in the early days of 2020, and now look where we are. But everybody, please go show Urusai the same love you show me, and I'll see all of you next time. Good night, everybody. Love you all.